Hi, welcome to Schoolio. I'm Lindsay, and today I'm going to give you a little walkthrough of the Schoolio Language Arts program. So the Schoolio Language Arts program is an integrated program, which means that we have all of the strands of language arts into one programming. You get your writing skills, your literature studies, grammar, spelling, reading comprehension, and creative writing all in one package. We've split them into units so that you can pace your year however works for you. There are 5 units that make up an entire year. So today we're going to be taking a look at grade 1, and this is unit 1 of the program. So the first thing you're going to see is your table of contents. As you can see, you get a sample schedule, a unit overview, several pieces of reading material to help you learn how to teach language arts. And let's dig in. So here is your sample calendar. Now this is going to be very important because the way the integrated program is laid out is that everything appears in the order in which you need it. So you can see from the calendar that we have writing, grammar, reading, listening. This is your reading literature for our first graders because they're mostly listening to stories at this stage, and spelling. So reading a leveled reader is a recommendation for every day. This is just for your child to practice their reading skills. The lessons you can see here are the Schoolio lessons that are included in the package. So on Monday, your student will be doing a writing lesson and a reading lesson. On Tuesday, they're going to do grammar and spelling. On Wednesday, they have creative writing, followed by a reading lesson. Again, Thursday, grammar and spelling, and so on. So in a week, your student does 3 writing lessons. 2 of them are structured lessons, and 1 of them is creative open writing, which is great for developing that love of writing. They're going to do 2 grammar lessons a week. They're going to do 3 reading literature lessons a week, and they will have 2 spelling practice days. And then if you choose to, you can do a spelling dictation on the final day, on Friday. So we're going to remember this calendar, and I'm going to open it here in the corner so we can reference it again. This is your unit overview. This just shows you what topics you're covering, which weeks in each subject area. And then this is your helpful reading material for you as the teacher. So let's dig in and take a look at week 1. So the first thing that's going to appear is, if you reference your calendar, the first thing you should have is a writing lesson. Here is your first writing lesson. You can see this is writing week 1, lesson 1. So you get your lesson, and this is something that you can read aloud to your child, engage in some brainstorming and discussion, and it includes any follow-up activities that they have. The first writing lesson of any unit is going to be brainstorming, mind mapping. So that's what this activity is. Now you can see from the calendar that the next should be a reading lesson. So here is your reading lesson, and this is a literature study. So week 1, lesson 1. This shows you what you're doing for your literature study and any books that we recommend. Here you have some critical thinking questions to ask your reader before you read your story together. Then you read your book aloud, and you have some follow-up questions afterwards. Next, we are on Tuesday. You can see your next lesson should be a grammar lesson, and here it is. So here's your lesson that you can read aloud to your student with examples, followed by some practice work. Now, all of the lessons at Schoolio are short, and they are short for a reason. So the first reason is that it's neurodivergent friendly to have short, to the point lessons. So if you have a child who is autistic or ADHD or any other neurodivergence, you will know that we want to capitalize on their engagement and maximize their ability to focus. So we keep our lessons short for that reason. The second reason is that all kids, neurodivergent or not, retain more when given less. So if you inundate them with too much content in one lesson, they're going to get overwhelmed and they're going to actually retain less of it overall. So everything is bite-sized at Schoolio so that your kids can focus on one skill at a time and actually retaining and mastering that skill. And then the third thing is that we believe in gentle academic instruction. We cover our basics, and then we want your kids to get back to living life, baking, playing outside, exploring, going on field trips, and all those amazing parts of homeschool. So you can see from our calendar that our next should be a spelling, and here it is, spelling week 1, lesson 1. you get your words for the week, you get to see what your activities will be this week, and here is your first activity. Wednesday, your first thing is your creative writing. We have creative writing prompts. You do not have to use them. Creative writing is all about imagination and exploration. So if your child knows what they want to write about, that's amazing. We do include the prompts because sometimes kids get a little stuck on what topic they should write about. So a prompt can be really helpful in that sense. So they're there for if you need them. And if you don't, that's just fine. And then everything repeats as needed. You get all of your lessons in the order you're going to need them. If your students are creating something in writing, like a book or a book report or anything like that, writing a letter, we always give you the pieces that you need so you can do it right in the book. And that is what a Schoolio unit looks like. I hope that this was helpful to you and that you liked what you saw and that you'll join us in a language arts journey with your student with Schoolio. Bye for now.